Hey guys, guten Abend aus Deutschland, good evening from Germany. You know that usually I don't do reactions to Chantal Marie, Foodie Beauty, Chantapolis, whoever, on my channel because she eats like an animal and she does the same things over and over again, almost like Amber. And her content is not worth reacting to. But she posted a video today that is remarkable because these ladies, including Life by Jen, who is no longer with us because she played the same games as Amber and Chantal, they keep turning in circles. And so this time I would like to react to what Chantal is saying. Apparently, both Chantal and Amber are trying to find stuff that they can talk about during the profitable months, lucrative months, November and December. And so here's what Chantal came up with. She posted a video called I Have Diabetes, and it's 11 minutes long. Let's see what she has to say. Here we go.
Hello, Foodie Beauties. Hey there, bees.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut this out. Here she is.
Hey guys, so this is going to be like 2 videos, but it's like the same day. So, it's gonna be a bit weird, I guess. Anyway, so this first video, I'm going to talk about a bit about my health update. I'm not gonna do a weigh-in right now. Probably do that tomorrow. But I am going to take my blood sugar because I do have that monitor now, and I want to show you guys what my blood sugar is. And I have been taking my blood sugar.
See, the entire time she's talking, all I can think of is she's made so many of these videos. Maybe not about diabetes, but about physical challenges or health challenges she has. And it never led to her changing her life before. Never permanently, maybe for a day, just like Amber, but never for long. And it's so strange to me, what a coincidence that she is trying to do this right before, you know, Vlogmas time, before the lucrative days on YouTube. Strange, ain't it?
It's kind of a problem. Well, it is a problem, a big enough problem. So let me get to that first. So I have my kit.
And this is the video that everybody should save a link to that is invested in her emotionally, which I'm not. When she goes back to stuffing her face, sitting on the floor, which by itself is not a bad thing, but imagine her sitting there with her legs spread apart, just stuffing her face, having her fupa and her belly sit on her thighs. It's these girls have absolutely no shame. And now she's sitting here trying to get people concerned about her health, just to go back to her old ways later on.
Put my lancet in. I won't show the blood part, don't worry. Get one of my strips here. Now I did eat maybe like an hour and a half, maybe an hour and a half ago, so it's not going to be like a fasting blood sugar. But even my fasting blood sugar is like pretty high, so we're ready to go. I'm such a baby with the finger picking. I hate it. It startles me, just like getting your ears pierced.
Yeah, holy smokes, that is high. She's lucky she hasn't fallen into a coma yet.
316. That's really high from what I gather. I'm not used to the MGDL Usually it's MMOL from when I was in Canada. I had that machine. Um,
See how innocently she's trying to sound like, oh guys, help, like, look what I'm going through. And please get invested emotionally and watch my videos. And that is not the same tone of voice we heard when she was bashing reaction channels again in one of her last videos, right? It's so strange. It's almost like it's calculated,
so my blood sugars
premeditated, you know.
have rocketed in long, not that long of a time period. And I know I'm not taking care of my health. I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, anyone with eyes can see that I'm not taking very good care of my health.
And you monetize it and exploit it in every single vlog. Every single video you exploit and monetize it.
Struggling with eating habits and lack of exercise, and all that stuff. So
Gluttony and laziness, just like the other one.
316, when I fast and wake up, I take my blood sugar, it was 230
That is still ridiculously high.
around that. So, which is still high. It should be like I think around 100 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't have diabetes and I don't know much about sugar levels, but my ex-mother-in-law used to have, I used to take care of her or helped, and that's how I remember the sugar levels.
So, I went to see a doctor here about it. I told Salah my blood sugar is pretty high, and he said I'll take you to a doctor tomorrow. Whenever I took my blood sugar for the first time, it was like 369 when I took it that night.
Wow.
It was after a day of not eating very well, and so I told the doctor about my problem. My blood pressure is also high, so
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
before I go on any medications, I just want to give it an honest try for now with diet and exercise.
Absolutely ridiculous. Her and Amber, man. As if they have the willpower to do that. What they could do is push themselves, and I've been saying this for 5 years on YouTube. They could push themselves, like take baby steps, change little things, but change them on a permanent basis. Like every day you wake up, you go for a walk first, or you do exercises in front of the TV. You don't even have to leave the apartment. But these gals, they just every single day stuff their faces for the most part of their waking hours. And who was it that recently said that she sleeps 12 hours a day? It's no wonder. And with Amber, it's most likely the same. They don't have any more life energy left. They've eaten themselves to such a condition where they can't even function anymore. Not even mentioning getting a real job where they have to, have social skills to interact with others or leave the house or be dependable in any other way or be able to mentally focus on anything. Neither one of them is able to do that. But, yeah.
Which they did say is the main thing that will help if I reduce some weight. Reduce weight, watch what I eat. Of course, they say limit carbs, which I understand now, process, like limiting the sugar, because I have a problem regulating sugar now. So I need to really limit that in my body, at least until I can get this under control.
Yeah, but I hope she's not gonna fall, and I see it already coming. I hope she's not gonna fall into saying I'm not gonna eat fast food anymore, like she did a few weeks ago on a thumbnail. But just limit the portions and watch what you eat. You don't have to go on a completely healthy diet right away. I mean, maybe in her condition she should, but I see her just failing, just like Amber, does every single time. They just keep failing because they think they can't eat any more foods that are unhealthy, and then they fail the first day.
And then I'm going to go back in a month's time And if my blood sugars are still out of whack, I'll have to go on medication. So I'm really, really wanting to give it, try harder than I've ever tried in my life. I don't think I've ever really tried super hard because
Hmm. Exactly. That is her biggest problem and Amber's biggest problem. All they do is talk a big game, but they don't put any action steps behind it.
when it gets really hard, which it really is, I just give up. I just give up. I panic. I listen to the urges, and I just don't give it enough of a try.
Yeah, and then you sit there on the floor again, shoveling these masses of food in your mouth, and be hostile towards your viewers. It is so sickening.
And I'm getting up there in age. I'm 39. I could be living a very active, happier life, healthier. Health is happiness for sure. You can't enjoy life if you're not healthy. I mean, my trip to Thailand was awesome, but it could have been so much more awesome if I felt well.
Man, I'm not emotionally invested in her at all. When I saw some of the pictures or some of the clips, I thought she was gonna have a stroke. That was really pushing it, like her trying to walk in this heat, being this overweight and out of shape, and yeah, I guess she was really pushing it, but she made it through. She's sitting in front of us now.
I don't feel well. I feel like I have no energy.
You look like you don't have any energy. It only like when you get angry at your viewers because you're so mad at what decisions you've made in your own life, you turn that around and try to aim that anger at somebody else, even though you should be aiming it at yourself. Other than that, you look really low energy and no quality of life at all.
I feel like I'm 80 years old.
I bet.
Let's face it, I probably really physically have the physical capabilities. Some even 80-year-olds even have more of physical capabilities than me. And
Yeah, she probably has the heart and the veins of a 70, 80-year-old.
I'm not being hard on myself. I'm just,
You should be, though, because you've been very easy on yourself when your viewers told you you should really change things. And you kept doing the mukbangs and eating like an animal. Repeating the action that has gotten you to that size and to that condition is just disgusting to me. I'm saying the same thing here that I say about Amber because it is disgusting. They both have no shame. But I would just like to document this moment that she again is saying that she's had a realization she needs to change because apparently the high blood pressure didn't get her to realize it. So now it's the high blood sugar levels, and let's see how long that lasts.
actually being really realistic that that's how I feel. And it's a lot worse than it's ever been, feelings wise. So I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. I mean, I'm probably just gonna do this list here. you know, um,
Lose weight, healthy eating, exercise regularly, stop smoking, eat fewer carbs, drink more water, get enough sleep. Yeah, sure, if you want to implement all of them at the same time, sure.
lose weight. I need to be consistent with light exercise, even if it's just walking in the evening, because that will get cardiovascular system going, metabolism going. It's just healthy. It's not going to be the number one culprit for weight loss right now. I understand that because I need to start with my diet. I need to cut out all the bad things, all
No, see, there she goes again, setting herself up for failure. But I've been telling you guys, I've been getting a very strong feeling that both of them, Amber and Chantal, both will go the same way Life by Jen did, in complete delusion about what is going on. And even though Chantal here sitting in front of us sounding like she's had the realization that she needs to change things, she cannot change all of them at the same time. She doesn't have the willpower. And she's been rewarded by YouTube for eating herself to death on camera. And so that's been her income. And she probably has the same thoughts that Amber has, that recently mentioned that she wants to go or is thinking about going back to mukbangs. They have nothing to offer in life. They have nothing to offer an employer. They have no other choice but to sit there and cram food in their mouths because they have nothing else to offer. I have a whole bag full of ideas how they could get their both of their channels out of the dump again, but it would require that they have personalities, that they have a higher IQ than they both have, and that they have a backbone. Neither one of them has one, where they say, I can't make my living this way, lying to people and stuffing my face and hoping that people get off on me getting bigger and bigger. I mean, what kind of an existence is that? you know. And so, yeah, there she goes again, setting her up for failure already because she doesn't have the willpower to implement all of the changes she just showed. If I could give her advice, I would say baby steps, even though her blood sugar levels are so high. Again, she's lucky she's not in a coma yet. Um, but she's lucky she hasn't had a stroke yet. She's lucky she doesn't have a blood clot. I mean, they're both lucky, both Amber and Chantal. And I think baby steps are the best way, where they would have the highest chance at succeeding at all.
Of the bad things, and um, it's just really bad how I eat. So I haven't.
Yeah, but you filmed it and exploited it and monetized it. That makes it twice as bad. Somebody sitting on their ass all day, eating and not caring about their health is one thing, but putting it on the internet, on a public platform, and trying to make your money that way, that's just flat out disgusting.
Really been ordering out, really all that much compared to how I used to.
Yeah, but even when you cook meals at home, and I haven't seen many of them, you use way too much butter. You eat like a 20-year-old that weighs 100 pounds or 150. Uh, so I don't know what's worse, ordering takeout food or cooking yourself. There's too much grease, too much um, salt, and all the other unhealthy components.
But I have been cooking a lot of things at home. Like if I don't order out, I'm all day cooking things.
Yeah, but unhealthy things.
Like I'm gonna make a cobbler. I'm gonna make
And then you probably eat the whole thing.
cookies. I'm gonna make poutine. I find ways to get to the bad food,
Yeah.
and even if it takes more effort. So I need to start, and I need to really, really, really put effort into it.
They never do, neither Amber nor her. I'm guessing, I'm not getting any vibes from her about that because I really don't care all that much. But I'm guessing this is just a show for, November, December, making that dough on YouTube.
And when the going gets tough, I just have to get through it. Lifestyle changes for the better are so difficult.
They are, but the additional problem that you and Amber have is that you make your money that way, being lazy and gluttonous. And so, how do you change that? You want to make money, you want to have enough money to pay your bills, and then there you are, stuffing your face again. And so, that is an additional problem to actually wanting to improve your health.
But with sugar readings this high, I don't even know what that is in mmol, maybe 16 or something like that. That's really up what it was when I was like 400 pounds. And the last time I weighed myself not long ago, I was 350 or 360. So I'm gonna weigh myself tomorrow morning.
I doubt it, but then again, I'm not that invested in her weight. I think Pete said that the scale was, what, 100 pounds off when she had left Canada to live in Kuwait. And Amber hasn't been telling her true weight in, I don't know, years. And they're only doing the damage to themselves, not to us. To me, I don't care. Chantal here could be weighing 400 or 500 pounds, and Amber could be 800 pounds. I don't care. They're way too heavy. They're way out of breath just sitting there. They're in bad condition, both of them. And now they're getting up there in age too.
Film that. I'm not doing this for any other reason than to
Make money for November and December on YouTube.
just be transparent with myself mostly and just get better, you know? And I want to have some kind of online support system.
Okay, here she goes again, asking for the support system for people to support her to be emotionally invested. And then what happens? She fails. Then people try to hold her accountable and she gets mad at her entire audience. It's the same over and over again with her and Amber.
I want everyone who's struggling as well to come together and try to do this.
That's a nice thought. I mean, if anybody's emotionally invested in her and struggling with their weight, sure, that's a nice thought.
You know? And I say that, but I'm afraid that I'll let people down.
Yeah, like she does, and Amber, both of them, over and over again.
But there's not really much more option for failure at this point. I mean, my health is not good. You know, I have sleep apnea, I use a CPAP machine, I have high blood pressure, I have diabetes.
You're out of breath, so something's going on with your lungs. You're out of breath just sitting there. Is she sitting on the couch or on the floor? Couch. Yeah, and the increase in age doesn't really help. But if you look at it, like if you zoom out, if you leave all emotions aside, right? These two ladies have nothing else to offer. What do they have to offer? Chantal at least tried, you know, in Thailand, but I was seriously worried about her because she looked bad. She looked like her blood pressure was sky high and she was about to pass out. And it was pretty gutsy of Salar to be out there in public with her because would he have been physically able to pick her up? Would he have just called an ambulance? Would they have been equipped in Thailand to deal with a woman that size and that weight? Who knows, right?
I I was in denial so long about that, like, because I thought, I'm pre-diabetic, I'm not going to become diabetic. I don't know why I was in such denial that I would ever get diabetes. Like,
Because you made your money eating yourself to death on camera. That is why you were in denial. You wanted to continue making that money. And you see now that by you barely tell any more stories. You just go off on your reaction channels and you have barely anything to say in your mukbangs.
I don't know. I really don't know how my brain works with that, but that's how it is. I have depression, anxiety, I have all these things I just need to reverse.
Depression and anxiety, but she's living her best life. Her and Amber, man, they keep going back and forth. And I'm not saying we can't be moody out here. We're all human beings, and we're never, none of us are in a good mood nonstop or in a bad mood or depressed or anxious. But them, ingesting the toxins the way they do, the masses they do, in order to maintain their weight or even gain weight, that is just ridiculous what their bodies are going through. And so, of course, the mental health suffers from that too.
And exercise can also help with depression and anxiety as well. So they say it takes 21 days, right, to build good habits if you're consistent. So that's what I just need to do.
You need to focus on baby steps on each day, each hour, and not say in 21 days I could have formed a habit then it's not so hard anymore. You need to be in the moment and focus on that.
If nothing else, that's all I'm gonna do. It's just like a daily video diary of how I'm doing, and maybe like a vlog style, what I'm gonna eat. I don't even
Yeah, and then the second day she's back to her mukbangs. I can already see it coming, and I'm not that invested in her channel.
know. I don't even want to really eat because I look at my stomach, I look at the flesh on my body, the fat amount of fat I have. I have a lot of energy storage that I could be using for fuel. I don't feel like I want to put more calories in my body. I mean, I have.
Yeah, only right now because you're feeling fat and bloated and depressed, and you need the dough, from YouTube. Um, but it's a life change. It's not just changing habits. It's life changes. Saying, okay, from now on, I'm not gonna do mukbangs anymore, or I do one mukbang a week, and it's gonna be unhealthy food. But other than that, I'm gonna, really watch my portions. She eats for 4 people in one meal, and that is only the one meal we see in her mukbangs. Only the Lord knows what she eats off camera, right?
So many already. Anyway, I want to give my body a chance to break down some of that and use it.
What I find sad is how much weight she's gained since she left Canada. That is so whack. Imagine getting into a relationship with a complete stranger and not feeling any shame to eat like a pig in front of them, and continuously gaining weight. When he said in videos, "Oh, are you still hungry, or are you done yet, or you need to watch your weight," or statements along those lines, and that was in the beginning of their relationship, and look at her now. This is the same mistake that Amber makes too. They're letting themselves go, and then they wonder why their audience is getting mad at them because they post videos like this one right now, where you think they have the realization that they can't continue going like this. But then in a few vlogs, 2 tops, maybe 3, they're going to do the same things again and pretend this video here was never posted, maybe even deleted, who knows.
Anyway, if you guys have any suggestions, because I know a lot of you have been through things and a lot of you have been successful. So share your ideas with me. I really need the help. And be, as long as you're polite and constructive, I have no problem with you leaving.
Yeah, after all these years, she's been on YouTube for 7 years now, from what I understand, and Amber, it's her 10th year. Her decade was full. Was it yesterday or on the 13th? I don't know. But yeah, and they probably, that's the only thing I can imagine making sense. They probably keep thinking that the supply of people that might get interested in watching them is limitless. That's why they just infuriate and alienate their current audience, and then hope that more and more people will come to their channels, which is not what is happening, and they're still not getting it. I guess they're really being like delusional in the true sense of the word. They're being delusional about the fact that their channels will go down the drain if they don't change things.
Feedback, never. I appreciate it. So that's my story right now. I have another video I'm going to put out. It's going to be a what I eat in a day video. I've been journaling, kind of like a food journal, to show you guys and myself, because I don't do this often, a full day of how I eat, so I can really see visual.
Wait, but you're not gonna show yourself eating those things, right? You're gonna do what Amber used to do. That was ridiculous. She showed empty wrappers of a binge attack. That was a joke, and I hope she's not gonna do that. I hope she's just gonna like maybe mention the food or film it before she eats it and then not film herself eating it, because otherwise that's just continuing the unhealthy mukbangs.
Really what I'm doing, you know, what I'm putting in my mouth, what's contributing to these health issues.
Maybe one of the things you should think about is not eating like an animal anymore. Like, "Roar." Like nobody take the food away from me. I gotta eat fast enough for nobody else to come and take it away from me. And like take dainty bites, and chew a lot and not drink so much with your meals. That is also strange because that dilutes the digestive juices and yeah.
And I'm sure it's just overeating and overeating the bad things.
On camera and making your money that way, and then running your mouth to your audience how wealthy or how well you are off, and that is a joke.
So, but I want to see. So I'm going to do this whole day, and then tomorrow we're going to, you know, get going, kicking our butts into gear. So,
Yeah, I hope Salar's watching this. Salar or Salah? Whoever.
yeah, stay tuned for that video. I'm going to show you what I ate today, and
Hopefully not how you ate it.
go from there. Anyway, guys, I thank you so much for listening. I know it's like, here we go again, and
And I haven't even watched her all that much because I told you guys her darting eyes, which she has right now too. Her darting eyes when she was doing the car mukbangs or even at home. Like she said, when she does mukbangs in the car, in reference to her darting eyes, she said that she's always keeping an eye on people around her if anybody's walking towards her car and stuff. I get that. But if she does it at home in her living room, sitting on the floor with the husband next door, I mean, then it's a different thing. And her eyes have been darting, and so I doubt she means half of what she's saying. But again, and it's the same with Amber right now, they need the dough.
I don't blame people, but I guess time will tell, you know. I'm really gonna really try, because those blood sugar levels are really scary. My blood pressure is scary. I don't want to go on medication for life, and if I can avoid it, reversing these things with a healthy lifestyle, or
Yeah, I don't know about reversing.
making them manageable, I will love that. So, yalla. See you guys.
Well, let's hope that she's sincere about this and that she'll go through with what she just said she would. I doubt she will change everything at once because she doesn't have the willpower, and she is a glutton, and she's also a liar. So I'm betting, but again, I'm not getting a feeling from her that that's what's going on. But I'm betting that this is just to, um, you know, take a big bite of that YouTube coin in November and December. But we'll see. And again, I won't be reacting to her mukbangs because she is gross when she's eating, and I don't support that. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents on what she said in this video, because this is how they operate, both Amber and Chantal. This is how they lure people in, how they suck people in. Like, look what a nice person I am. Look how I have the realization that what I've been doing is wrong. I would like to change my ways because, of course, I respect myself, I love myself, and I would like to change things for the better. And then they don't. They go back to their old ways. And then they get mad at the audience instead of themselves. They should get mad at themselves and say, look, I keep messing up my life. They should look in the mirror and hold these speeches about um, how they should have kept themselves accountable. But then they turn it around and they aim the anger and the disappointment at their audience, who the audience is who is making it possible for them to overeat, because that's how they make their money. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Let me know what you think, and see you in my next one. Bye.